Hi everyone, it's Hamsa Sandra. I thought I would do a video today. I was supposed to actually do it at the beach, but there's no wheel on my husband's Jeep, so therefore it's not going to happen. Funny story is I actually got in my husband's Jeep trying to put it in reverse, and yeah, that doesn't work very well when there is no wheel on the husband's Jeep. And yes, my hair is blue. I hope everybody likes it. I did it myself. I kind of been looking like a little bit of a Smurf after washing my hair, but yeah. Yeah, fun things been going on. See, update. Being your authentic self is a bitch. But it's a wonderful thing. I'm still on this roll about being your authentic self, and I don't know if anybody's been reading my blog actually on my website. If you don't know my website, it's www.hamsa808.com. I've been posting some of my own personal struggles that I've been going through, which is hard to admit when you are a light worker, trust me. But I'm glad that I'm talking about them, because it's, you know, when you're dealing with stress, we all have stress, and it's how you deal with things, even if you're doing the correct things and the right things. We all fail, but it's how you react to them and you move on, and it's how you get through them is how life goes. And why do I feel like this thing is okay? I'm using a selfie stick and I don't. Okay, I'm in my backyard. Okay, I'm still kind of getting used to these selfie stick things. Okay. So anyways, I just kind of wanted to give everybody a little bit of an update. Also, I'm on Periscope. Hamsa808 Love is my Periscope. I'm still trying to get used to the whole Periscope. I've done like about 3 Periscopes just doing random stuff. I kind of been the first 2 I've been kind of deleting. Periscope is very interesting. I find it funny because like the second one I was just like, hey, get ready with me, and it was just me like doing my makeup, and like people were like, oh, your boobs, and oh, and they were trying to like say things that like to be hurtful towards me. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, trying to say hurtful comments towards me and stuff like that and trying to make fun of me is not gonna work, because I will poke fun at myself. Hello, this is a girl that I'm a woman that's over 40. I'm like almost 45 years old. I have blue hair. I know my faults. Yeah, so, which brings me to something. Okay, I'm not going to turn this video into the whole Nicole Arbour thing, but I'm going to bring that up because this has to do something with being authentic self, because, okay, the Nicole Arbour thing. I watched the Nicole Arbour video, and I understand it was it's comedy. It totally is comedy to a T. It's very brass and hardcore comedy. But I'm going to point out something. If what she had said had come from a man, or come from somebody that was a larger size, I think people would have reacted very differently. And I'm going to sit there and say I disagree and agree with what she had said in the video. I understand where the comedy was coming from. I understand that it was comedy, and I understand that it was satire. I'm not sitting there saying I agree with what she said, and I'm not going to sit there and say I disagree with what she said. But I'm going to sit there and point out that I believe that we as a society do have a problem with obesity. So I kind of understand the context of where the video was coming from. There is a term of fat shaming. Fat shaming is real. So I understand where people are getting, they're saying, oh, fat shaming is real, da 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 da. So I get where the term fat shaming is real. I used to be anorexic as a teenager and as a child, but I also am plus size too. So, but I don't sit there. The thing is people say harmful things to me. I'm like, I let it go over my head, kind of a thing. So I'm not going to sit there and watch a video that I feel that is going to harm me, I guess, is the point that I'm trying to make. But I watched the whole entire video, but I didn't take it personally. So, and I found the humor in it. And probably there's a lot of people that are going to be hating me now because I'm sitting there saying I found the humor in it. I found the context of it. I'm not sitting there saying the video was correct, but I see the point of, you know, obesity is a problem. And yes, I have no thyroid because I had thyroid cancer, so I'm one of those categories where I have problems with my weight because of health issues. But it's still not an excuse, because I still have to be very aware of what I eat. And it doesn't give me the excuse to sit there and say, well, this and this and this. But I guess the point that I'm trying to make, because I'm trying to be very delicate on my words, because I don't want people to sit there and spew hate on me, because this is what gets me, is like, this video sparked so much controversy that people were spewing hate at her, which doesn't get me. This is what does not get me with the human race. And this is, I think, what's annoying me the most about this, and especially for me as a light worker. Why do we sit there and spew so much hate towards somebody that you're angry with? So you sit there and will call somebody a bitch, the C word, and sit there and spew so much hate, but you sit there and are mad at them because they supposedly are hating on a certain group, but you sit there and are bullying them, but yet you're calling them a bully. So this doesn't make sense to me as a person. So I guess that's where my mind is trying to wrap around the whole Nicole Arbour situation. What she did, is it wrong? Yes, in some place in the universe, probably it's wrong. But what she did, is it right? In some place in the universe, it is right. Because, guess what? She made awareness on certain issues that are very, very sensitive. And she made awareness on a problem, which is obesity. So, is that good? Yes. There is a problem with obesity. I don't believe that, and I've seen this personally here in the US, that a child is weighing, and I'm talking about a child that does not have any medical issues, like medical conditions. Why should a child at 8, 9, 10 years old weigh more than I do? And I'm 160 pounds. But why should a child weigh 200 pounds at being 8, 9, 10 years old? It does not make sense to me. So this child is going to have medical issues later on down the road. So that causes that causes problems. So then the obesity does cause a problem, and then heart disease causes a problem, and then it just causes diabetes, and then it just causes an issue. So I guess that's my take on the whole Nicole Arbour thing. I did not want this video to turn into a Nicole Arbour video, but I guess it did turn into a Nicole Arbour video. But the point I'm making is I don't understand how people are calling her, the same people that are calling her a bully are being bullies themselves, or they're spewing hate. So that's what I don't understand with this whole Nicole Arbour thing. So practice what you preach kind of a thing. And I've been keeping my mouth really, really quiet on this, because, I mean, I've seen it through my Facebook post, and it's not that I agree with her completely, but there's just a little part of me that's, because I found the humor in it. I really did find some of it being humorous, because I got that it was comedy. I got that it was satire. But the biggest point that I got is, like, if this had come from a man or somebody of a larger size, everybody wouldn't have been so big arms. But because it came from somebody that was blonde and good looking and who she is, and like she even pointed out to herself, somebody that looked like, you know, she'd be a girlfriend experience, then that's the reason why it came out the way it did. And then another thing that got me about this is I did some research on Nicole Arbour, because everybody was sitting there saying, oh, Nicole Arbour doesn't, like, understand the struggle and this and that. And not very many people are aware, because she has this little tagline called Go Team. And I understand this from somebody that has a disability. Not very many people are aware of this, that she actually has a disability, and she overcame her disability. So she did have a struggle, and she struggles every single day, but she chose to overcome it. So there's a little bit deeper on Nicole Arbour that a lot of people are not aware of. So this is what I find very, very interesting. But I kind of respect Nicole Arbour for the fact that she's kind of being her authentic self about, yes, she's playing a character, and she's not having any qualms about it, and she's still trying to just stay true to herself and stay true to her comedy. And you gotta respect the person for that. If it's right or wrong, so be it, but you gotta respect the person for being authentic to themselves. So I'm not sitting there saying I agree or disagree on it, but I always respect people when they're being authentic to themselves. Now, all the rebuttal videos, I respect them too, because they're being authentic to themselves. They're hurt. They have a right to be hurt. So I respect them as well. I respect everybody that is hurt by this. I don't dismiss their feelings either, because they have a right too. There is people out there in this world that are hearing this, and they're feeling bad about themselves, and they're wanting to go out, and they have, you know, low self-esteem issues, so therefore they're gonna binge eat, or they're feeling suicidal, and etc. And there's a vicious cycle. So that's where it gets really, really sticky situation with this whole thing. But I can tell you from my personal experience is just don't subject yourself to something that you know that's gonna hurt you. Because that's the other thing is too, like, all my cards that I've been pulling this week have been like, you can control what goes on inside your head, but you can't control what's going on outside of you. And that's everything that I've been, like, dealing with, like, the last month and a half, even with my personal issues that I've been going on personally. And there is that old saying, when the world is chaotic around you, you have the ability to control what's going on inside you. screw the world on the outside. You have the ability to control what's going on inside you. So whatever's coming on the outside of you, screw them. Screw them. So that's all I have to sit there and say about it. This was totally not meant to turn into Nicole Arbour, authentic self, whatever, but I guess it turned into that because that's, I guess, the whole what Spirit flew in to do, but oh well. I guess I needed to say my 2 cents on the whole situation. What can I say? Anyways. Peace and love and happiness, you guys. I love you guys all. And I'm sure that I'm gonna have hate spewed at me, but you know what? I don't care. I really don't. Because I'm okay with what I had to say. And I'm okay with the love that comes towards me too, because that's just part of life. So I wish you all love and peace and many, many blessings. Bye.